Play. You're commissioner of the league, little doubt. Okay, so just a couple things. Today, we're opening doors for young women across Hawaii. Couldn't be prouder, frankly. We're launching Hawaii High School girls flag football season soon. Marks a historic step for us for gender equality, gender equity in sports. We've got a 17-year-old daughter, very much like you guys, who we like to fight for also. But for every young woman, should have equal access to sports. Today we're talking about football, and though we're going to emphasize the Raiders, and you guys know I have certain allegiances back to the Steelers, we are super thankful to the Las Vegas Raiders, forgive me, for their generous support. What they've done, and the NFL in general, plus others, the Seahawks, Nike, HMSA, Hawaii Dental Services, Marcus Mariota, who's just one of the greatest of all times from Hawaii. He has Motive 8 Foundation. They're giving resources to make sure that we can support equity in sports, and in this case, our high school flag football program. Girls flag football is an incredible addition to high school sports. It gives our young women the same opportunities to participate and compete in football, which is awesome, and grow through sports. It's essential. Team sports builds all kind of extra skills and helps us with our future. And a lot of people use sports to bridge over to what they ultimately do, whether it's in the discipline or into college. So I'm really excited. Actually, it brings people together. It teaches them resilience. You learn how to deal with injuries and build self-confidence. So we're encouraging young women to develop these skills. And for years, there just hasn't been equity. So today, we're going to say to all the young women who are going to be competing this season, we're rooting for you. We see the Olympic Games moving in this direction, which is just an awesome thing. And so we're excited to see you on the field along with the young men who are also playing football. In a moment, we're going to unveil a check. And let me just say this. We went, Director Tokioka and I and other friends, we went to Vegas, and it was astounding to see the level of support for Hawaii. And we're hopeful that we have ongoing relationships with Las Vegas, Los Angeles. The Rams are going to be doing some of their OTAs here. The Vegas team obviously is committed to us, and I think that they can be terrific role models in support of our young men and women. And without us even asking, they produced quite a hefty check for us to start building on and to support the programs, and know that we will, from the state government, be doing the same, supporting you. All right. So again, congratulations. Thank you for participating in sport. And I'm sure you are all much better than Tokioka. So without a doubt. But we're excited to see new opportunities. I will also say this, in advance of 2028, when the Olympic Games come to the United States in Los Angeles, we're hoping to be expanding our sports relationships very significantly and asking people to do friendlies between, say, Japan, Taiwan, perhaps. We will go and ask the South Korean athletic departments, perhaps Australia and New Zealand, to consider doing friendly matches against Americans and here in our beautiful state. It is good for sports tourism. It's good to see these elite athletes so that our young people can bond with them, have experiences. This one should be ready for the Olympic Games about 2038, so we'll be looking out for you. But we see this as an opportunity, and it brings resource that we can reinvest in our own programs. So stay tuned, because I've got a great team between Keith Amamiya, Jimmy Tokioka, and so many other people to do sports tourism for us. Aloha.
Mahalo, Governor. At this time, I would like to introduce James Kunane Tokioka, Director of the Department of Business, Economic Development, and Tourism.
Thank you, Erica. I'm the luckiest guy. I have the best job. My boss is all right. But, he was talking about Vegas, and, it would not have happened if it wasn't for Keith Amamiya. I will state that right now. Keith and I have been working every other week. We meet, we talk about dreams. We're both kind of used to be athletes. I'm so not an athlete anymore. I was playing pickleball and I broke my finger and it's still swollen. So haven't played pickleball since. But Keith, thank you so much for your diligence in this check that we received. I don't think you knew when we went to Las Vegas that it was going to happen. I think they kept that from you. But we were there and it was unexpected. We got a check for $25,000. And in talking to the president of the Las Vegas Raiders, you got to Google her. Her name is Sandra Douglas Morgan. Google her. She's very young. She's very smart. And she's the president of the Las Vegas Raiders. So for all of the girls who are going to be playing flag football, you have role models. You have the president, who is a young female, very bright, and very enthusiastic about the partnerships with Hawaii. To the extent that they said, hopefully, some team from Hawaii can play flag football with a team from Las Vegas in Allegiant Stadium. And when she said that, the governor and I had chicken skin. I'm like, this is so awesome for kids from Hawaii. So, we have a lot to be, proud of today. You girls are trailblazers. You're going to be the first teams to be playing flag football, and it's exciting. There's another role model, for me anyway, one of my Hanai nieces. She works for the Chargers, and she moved up really, really fast. Her name is El Ueda, and so she works for a big football franchise. So it's a proud moment for us, and we want to make sure that we continue these relationships. I know when Dana talks, she's going to talk about other teams who want to make commitments to the state of Hawaii, because people love Hawaii. And so thank you, Governor, for allowing me to tag along when we are on these trips, and all the work that Keith and I can do to make sports better in Hawaii, and all of this tied together with the DOE and OIA and ILH. This is going to be an incredible endeavor for all of us. Mahalo, and God bless you all.
Mahalo, Director Tokioka. Next, please welcome Dana Takahara Diaz, Hawaii Department of Education Gender Equality and Athletics Specialist.
Thank you, Erica, and good morning to you all. It's truly an honor to be here to celebrate the collaborative effort spearheaded by Governor Green as he secured a huge financial donation for the inaugural girls flag football season here in Hawaii. I would like to acknowledge Superintendent Hayashi for his commitment to gender equity in athletics and for providing meaningful and impactful opportunities for our female students in the high school level. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge our hardworking principals and our athletic directors for making this endeavor possible this year. The inception of girls flag football is important for many reasons. Number one, it's the fastest growing sport in the nation, from youth to high school to college. Not only, as Governor Green said, it will be an Olympic sport in 2028, and we look forward for a Hawaii athlete to don the USA jersey. But also, we are proud to share that 54 schools across 5 leagues across the state have committed to participating in this inaugural season and will take the field this year. And we are very grateful to Chris Chun, Hawaii High School Athletic Association Executive Director, for capping off the inaugural season with a state tournament. We will have for the first time a state champion in girls flag football. And thank you so much, Chris. So as I look out, I see before me Moana Lua Menis in the house. Coach Mokiao, thank you for coming. Zaira, Jalen, and Kaya, thank you for attending. Can you please stand? These tall, athletic-looking young ladies are one of possibly 1,000 female student athletes that will take the field in a mere few months to actually celebrate our inaugural season. And I thank you for representing the thousands of young ladies that will be in your shoes on the field as we celebrate you all. Thank you. As a member of the Hawaii State Department of Education, I am humbled and I am grateful to Governor Green for your unwavering support of high school sports, but most importantly, growing the game for our female athletes. Mahalo.
Mahalo, Dana. It is my understanding that we have some questions from members of the media who are here today. And so if you can let us know who you'd like to ask the question of, we can restate it just for everyone in the room if they can't hear you. Yeah. Okay.
So this could be for whoever wants to answer, but starting a new sport, adding a new sport, you want to make sure there's fans out there. Not a lot of people might not know what's going on. How do you guys want to market the season to make sure that people come out to these games and we get a fan environment just like we're seeing now for boys football?
Your voice carries, so I think everybody heard the question, yes? Okay, very good. Thank you, Bev.
You want to come up, Superintendent, too? Give some comments here. So, whenever we have a new sport, we have to have new scheduling. We have facilities, which is great. And this is for you. So it's part of a process, really. We've had a very well-established boys football program for a long time. So in first year, we have modest expectations. Although I think it's going to explode because you got 1,000 young women that are going to go right for it. What's your best statement for how we can expand awareness?
Thank you, Governor, for your support. I think throughout our schools, the excitement is already there, and it's continuing to grow. So, I think that the excitement is there. We expect a lot of fans. They'll all be coming out, and we look forward to seeing everyone, and it's such an exciting season.
Yeah, we get more fans often. We get more fans often for some of the women's sports collegiately. As we know, we've had great success on the volleyball court for both men and women. Although our women have been phenomenal, and also our women at the collegiate level for basketball have been really thriving, winning championship after championship. So we've been seeing a huge uptick in interest in women's sports. There's been a lot of outreach from the business community to support, and we intend to extend that also to our high school women's flag football program. How many teams are you planning on bringing on board the first go around?
54, Dana mentioned.
Yeah, 54 teams. I mean, that is a serious league.
Kyle, I think you had a question?
Yeah, obviously you mentioned the check that's happening today from the Raiders, and you also have support from the Seahawks. How is the allocation of these funds, and how is that going to be spread out to help this league this season?
Well, we're going to turn it right over to the leaders of the league so that they can buy, equipment for the women. We hope to actually come up with budgetary dollars year over year now through our DOE, and that's why our superintendent is here. So we're expanding sports. We just feel it's very important to strengthen the body along with the mind at the same time. So there will be committed dollars in the budget always for DOE. Every time we're going to go to a new city, we're going to ask if humbly they would support our youth sports programs with a special focus on women as we catch up. So between Los Angeles, Vegas, we haven't done any of that internationally yet. But when we do host some of the international friendlies, we will have some of the gate go again towards the sporting programs. And one of the nice things about women's flag football is actually it's significantly less expensive than some of the the men's equipment and so on. So it's not there's not cost, of course there is, and there's training, but a lot of sports don't necessarily take quite the same infrastructure.
Are we good, reporters, media representatives? Okay, so I guess we can move forward with the check presentation. We'll get all the, yeah, maybe you can put in, give the mic back to HNN.
Can I have our football players come join the governor? Yeah. Yeah.
Director, Dana, yeah, we want all the important folks Keith, yeah. Yes, please. Let's get everyone in the photo. Makana is far superior to stuff.
Alrighty.
Okay, Reese.
Yeah, you can hold that football up if you want.
Oh,
Can you see everybody?
Yep.
turn it around.
Can we all look this way? Ready, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Next one, look over here. Over here.
Larry, turn the ball there.
Brown with the main.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cover my stomach though.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Alex right over here.
Good. And I would say this, if we're still recording, we welcome business community members out there to match this donation. And please reach out to us if you think that you'd like to support women's flag football right now. We will be tracking down other NFL teams, but for local businesses, if you'd like to support these young women, please do.
Great. Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, everyone.